Hi all. So I'd like to talk a bit about physical attraction. And I think personally there's a lot that actually goes on that we're not probably consciously aware of. For example, how we feel about ourselves um, and our competence in all manner of relationships are reflected in our face, our demeanour, the way that we compose and conduct ourselves. And they're attached to all this. There's a body language as well. And I mean, if you think about an interviewer, when you go into an interview, the interviewer is there and he or her is drawing conclusions within the first few seconds based upon the way you're conducting yourself and composing yourself. Um, it's the same when with physical attraction, you get noticed for probably many reasons. I mean, like in my own case, I mean, I'm gay. In me, it is basically physical presence, physical stature, and the way they conduct themselves, etc. I don't suppose it's much different to your average female perhaps as well, but obviously I can't say one way or the other on that. Um, but as I say, our whole demeanour is reflected in our face and also in our body language. Now, if we take the body language one step further, you think about where you would normally be placed when making conversation. Now, if you sort of get a little bit closer to someone, there'll be those who will become very uncomfortable very quickly, and there are those who might not be so bothered. And we're talking about physical attraction here and just gauging basically who is comfortable around us and who we repel for want of a better word. But yeah, these are all signs in. I mean, this might not equate to physical attraction, although it could. There could be other reasons why someone might feel reasonably comfortable if you are that little bit closer to them than you would normally be. But this is just one gauge, and obviously it's something that you've got to be mindful of. It could mean many things, but it could also mean that they are finding you, pleasantly physically attractive. Um, and obviously you can test the water just by interacting with them, and then we move on to initiating conversation. And it's not all about physical attraction. Just because you might find someone physically attractive and they find you physically attractive, that doesn't mean to say that it's going to be an instant bond and that you're compatible with each other. There's a whole host of other things to think about. And when we go into compatibility, it can be a case of taking a backward seat and observing who this person is as a person, how they interact with others, and watching them for a period of time. You can sort of gauge, who, whether the character, then whether they're sort of like cheerful or thoughtful or things along those lines, just by watching their mood over a period of time, and just build up a picture then of who this person is, what drives them, what motivates them, and how they relate to others. And you build up a picture then of their character and who they are. And then obviously you think to yourself, is this person a potentially good person to approach them to build a romantic relationship with or not? And obviously, if the answer is yes, then it's a question of where you've already built up a picture of who this person is. You can already relate to this person by gauging their mood. Through all these different factors, it's quite easy to sort of picture how to best approach this person to initiate conversation. So hopefully this has been of some help. If you wish to leave comments, please do so. And as I say, I hope this has been of some value, and thank you for watching.